So, Dylan, what I want you to do right now is take your ring finger and put it on your thumb.
I'm a cripple. I can't use my hands.
Ah,
You fucking dolt. You fucking dolt. Ask that what's coming out of your mouth. You should have been like, this is probably the dumbest shit I've ever said.
This is
my
all right.
life.
I'm sorry.
I am
So,
making an executive decision. That is our opening clip. All right, welcome back to part 2 of our Matrix Reloaded discussion on the Popcorn Politics YouTube channel. Daniel and Kai join us again to walk me through the strange world of the Matrix. Guys, take it away.
Go ahead, Kai. You should have like some witty, snappy intro thing at this point.
Yeah,
I
you
should
should
have
just be able
one?
to. You should be able to come up with one on the fly.
Yeah. Come on, man. We've been doing this enough.
I mean, not really though. Y'all do it more than I do.
Okay,
This
Kai.
is like my 5th time.
Kai,
Well-
let me let you in on a secret. When you don't have a witty response, cheese, boobs, go.
Cheese boobs go.
Cheese moves go.
Cheese
All
boobs
right.
go. You know, it's so funny. We sprinkle so many inside jokes in these things that only the three of us find fucking funny. You know, but it is nice every now and then when somebody does come back and they're like, that was kind of funny, but they have no context of what the fuck we're talking about. It's brilliant.
You know, if people listen to enough of these shows, they'll become inside jokes for them too. They still
Right.
won't get the context, but they'll know we think it's funny. So
Yeah.
they'll eventually find it funny.
Yeah, and then somehow or another, like in their own life, they'll incorporate the things that they've heard us say, and then it'll be funny for them also. And they'll imagine that what they've incorporated into their story is actually what we meant when it could be 180 degrees from the complete, you know, from that goalpost or whatever.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
I like hearing inside jokes I don't know anything about. Don't you guys? I think
I
they're
do
fun.
too. I think it's funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like them because then you get to make up what you want. Like, oh, I know what you're talking about. you know?
Yeah. Like today, for example, we saw a sticker on the back of a windshield. And
It is what it is, and it was what it was. That's all I'm gonna say.
I don't think that it was what you said it was. I just think that it was like a Rorschach that told me exactly where your head was at.
Kai, what not safe for work thing did you see?
All right, so what we saw on the back of his truck earlier
Oh, wait.
was
Okay.
what they
Don't give the
what
punchline
is
away because it needs to be built up a little bit, but don't give the punchline away. This is how to construct a joke 101 with Daniel Crumpton.
all right. So do you know what a shocker is?
I've heard the term before, but I'm not sure what we're referring to now. It's a Spider-Man character.
Oh, he's gonna take you.
Right.
He's gonna take you to a completely different brothel, Dylan.
Oh,
Yeah. So
I'm excited for this journey
'cause-
into
so
one.
what
Because
this
wait,
symbol is?
hold,
All
hold
right.
your hold your taters
So
right there. Hold your taters.
no,
there. Slow
I
your
want
roll.
to tell
Slow
them
your roll.
what. So
Wait,
Daniel likes to
wait.
sing.
Oh God.
Huh.
No, hang on, dude. Keep in mind, Dylan, you have to picture the scene. So let's get this visually. Okay, we're
All
in
right,
the
so
car.
Dylan,
Hang
I
on.
want you to.
Guy,
Oh,
Let me
okay,
set it up.
hold on. Do I have to moderate Daniel
Yes.
first, then Kai? Go.
Okay, seniority. Boomers.
Yes, boomers get first speaking rights.
Okay, so we're sitting in the car, okay, the new car Serena, which we'll get to that topic a little bit later for a Superist. I got my hands on the wheels, and we see this bumper sticker or this decal on the back of a windshield. And the entire time that what is happening, which is Kai's about to tell you, you can only picture me like gripping the steering wheel and slowly craning my neck over to the passenger seat where he sits, saying the shit that's about to come out of his mouth. Go ahead, Kai.
All right, Kai.
All right. So, Dylan, what I want you to do right now is take your ring finger and put it on your thumb.
I'm a cripple. I can't use my hands.
Ah,
You fucking dolt. As that was coming out of your mouth, you should have been like, this is probably the dumbest shit I've ever said.
All right, I'm sorry.
I am
So,
making an executive decision. That is our opening clip.
Yeah, that's probably pretty good.
Oh, I am laughing so pristinely right now that I have a head rush that's going to make me faint. As that shit was coming out, I was like,
I'm sorry, guys.
Okay, I have a story that relates to this.
Go for it.
So I was at a career fair back in probably October of last year, October, November-ish. And somebody, one of the people at this career fair tried to shake my hand. It's like, okay, I can't shake. So he comes back for a fist bump. It's like the handshake wasn't the problem.
Right.
So after he tries to fist bump me, after failing to shake my hand, he just grabs my arm and shakes it.
Oh, wow. Invade your territorial bubble and shit.
Right. That's like that's fucked up, dude. Like,
in for a penny, and for a pound. He embarrassed himself twice. He had to finish the job.
Oh my God!
My aide was standing behind me, and when we left, she said, "Dylan, I had to turn around. I didn't want to laugh in the guy's face."
we need to come up there and equip your wheelchair with like Mad Max weaponry and shit. You know, so you can put some James Bond gadgets on that shit, like a fucking foghorn. You know,
yes,
like a foghorn.
A foghorn.
Yep. You know, when somebody does an epic fail with you, like Kai just now. Jesus.
Kai, I am awarding you an epic fail. Everyone gets one. Something tells me that's not going to be the last.
Oh gosh. All right, how did we get on that? Okay, decal. All right, so
okay, Kai, try to tell me the story again without being ableist.
Okay, so what happened was we're in the car. There's a sticker on the back of this truck. It was it was the pointer finger and the middle finger pointed up, ring finger pointed down, and your pinky out, but your pinky was stuck in your thumb, and that's what the picture was, right? And I was like, oh. I know because me and Daniel looked at each other because she has this thing with the. Wait, am I overdoing it?
No, but before you do, Dylan, do you understand the hand mudra that he's talking about?
No, the movements are frankly beyond me.
Okay, I'll send you a picture of the mudra he's talking about. Okay.
I apologize. Finger movements.
No, let me send the picture because you're gonna send the exact one, and it wasn't the exact one. That's how it's not.
I was just gonna direct him to my Facebook profile picture, dude.
Oh yeah, do that.
Oh, that's easy.
Yeah,
that's easy enough.
Let me know when you get that image.
Oh, okay.
All right. So you see the finger. Okay. So it's index and middle finger up, ring finger and thumb touching, and pinky finger extended. Okay.
There we go.
So it's a mudra.
Yeah, well, that's what he thinks. I mean, it is a mudra.
Yeah,
he's not lying. It is. But what this was talking about, because it was a sticker on a truck, I told him it's a sex move called or a tantrus move, whatever you want to call it. It's called the shocker, right? It's two in the pink and one in the stink, and you do it, This is not funny. I thought it was anyway. Yeah.
Gonna be honest, Kai. You said it so fast that I couldn't follow.
All right, then you go ahead and you do
it. you like mumbled your way through it.
I think I just like the awkward silence around all that you just said. Essentially,
we love you.
We are never getting to Reloaded, but that's okay.
You know what? Let's just call this the superest show ever.
Yeah, let's just do that. We needed
Welcome,
to deflate.
all
No,
right, everyone. Welcome to the superest show ever.
in midstream, we need to do a record screech. Oh Lord, it's been an interesting week. What have you guys been up to, man? What's been going on with the two of you in your world? Then, if we're gonna put Reloaded off, clearly,
You know, the Uberverse obviously wants us to.
it's clearly. What's up? What's going on in your world? I hadn't been around either one of you for a few days anyway.
Um, Nothing really happening with me. No. Jared Leto's back as Joker.
What?
Yeah.
What? Are you serious?
Yeah, they just announced that Jared Leto is coming back to film more Joker stuff for Zack Snyder's cut of the Justice League.
Are you fucking serious, dude? Send me a link right now.
Got it. I was actually just staring at the link.
See there? I told you he was going to get a. Kai? You
fucking
are
love
a
Jared
fucking
Leto's
witness.
Joker.
Kai, you are a fucking witness. How many months ago was it when me and you were talking and I said, watch, Jared Leto's going to get a chance to redeem his shit?
Honestly, he was
I,
great.
I fucking called this, and Kai, you are a witness. See what I'm saying? Yeah. I think everybody shits on his fucking version of the Joker, and I'm like, what the hell is wrong with you people?
Yeah, his version of Joker was certainly off-putting, but I thought it was fantastic.
I thought it was fucking great, and it's like, well, he did like film enough footage for an entire fucking movie. It probably would have been best if they hadn't cut it down to like 60 seconds of him playing the character.
Yeah,
You know?
that was a tragic mistake. I understand why they did it, but it was a mistake.
Yeah, and check it out. Look, Jack Nicholson did his.
By the way, I just texted you the link. It's in Skype.
Getting all aroused.
I'm happy for you.
Yeah. Oh, this is gonna be awesome. I bet you they're gonna connect it to him being Robin.
No, I think that's exactly what they're doing.
Good, because that's the way it was supposed to be. But I mean, honestly, dude, Jared Leto's fucking Joker was more like the comic book version.
Well, and Joker has always had many different interpretations that are all radically different from each other. I really like what they did with Leto.
I did too, man. I dug his whole thing in that fucking movie. I don't understand. And you know what? Jared Leto's got balls of steel because he had to follow Heath Ledger. Do you know how fucking intimidating that had to be?
Yeah, I don't envy Jared Leto's position there. That's a tough act to follow. And I mean, frankly, doing it again for Snyder's Justice League, it's going to be tough to follow up Phoenix. Like, even if I didn't love the Joker movie, there's no doubt it's going to be hard as fuck to follow up Joaquin
of course. Phoenix. Yeah. Of course it is, man.
But that's how they do it. That's how that radically different interpretation is how they follow each other up.
I mean, you know, and right now I think DC Comics is doing that 3 Jokers around where it's like, well, there's actually different versions. There's different people who fill the role of the Joker any fucking way, which
I don't know that I love, but
yeah, well, if you know the different like the golden age of comics, the silver age, the bronze age, the modern age, and all that good shit, you do kind of go, the Joker from the fucking 60s is not quite the same as the Joker from the mid 80s. He's a little bit different. His methodology is slightly off or slightly, unique to whatever. So it was like, we don't have a concrete origin story for the Cat. So it's like, could be.
No. Let's see. Other news from this week. The Green Lantern series is going to the Green Lantern series got greenlit.
Oh, wow.
They're doing a shit. Yeah, they're doing a Green Lantern Corps, which I thought was really cool.
Don't give a shit.
Boo. A Static Shock movie.
I don't.
That's gonna be cool. Oh, Static Shock's lit.
What's that?
Static Shock is a DC superhero. He had a really good animated show in the early 2000s.
Yeah.
It was, I think, like 5 seasons. It was great.
Yeah, it was. It was really good.
Like that and the original Teen Titans show are kind of my childhood.
Nah, I missed that boat. I was in the Batman the Animated Series. That's what started all this shit.
Yes,
So
it did.
yeah, it did, dude. That was a great show, man. I'd like to go back and rewatch them because I'm pretty sure back then when I was a kid and that shit was out, it was a little bit more adult than it should have been, but I just didn't catch some of the stuff they were putting in there.
Oh,
So
absolutely.
I'd have to go back and watch the animated series. But yeah, dude, that was after Michael Keaton's Batman. Like, like just he's the perfect Batman. You know, it was in between the first Batman and Batman Returns where it started to go south because they were like, let's see how many villains we could put in a fucking movie. Let's put Penguin and put, you know, Cat Lady, Catwoman, and Riddler and all this other good shit. They had to do a reboot, as is the industry.
Yes. Yeah, the industry likes its different interpretations. I might be the weird one, but I'm actually really excited for the Pattinson Batman.
Me too. Dude, me too. You know, I was like, we talked about this when we did our Tenant review. When they announced Pattinson, I was like, oh man, there goes Batman. This is going to be the Val Kilmer age of our era. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That dude is a hell of an actor, though.
Yeah, yeah. So I've gotten to see me outside of shit like Twinkly Vampires, and so I'm like, oh man, hell yeah! And the teaser trailer they released, you know, it looks like it's loosely based off the Long Halloween. So
Hmm.
I'm like, oh yeah, dude, it's gonna be
I,
great.
I believe they've confirmed that the story is based on the Long Halloween.
Well, I would highly urge everyone to either go read the graphic novel real quick, or don't listen to anything, or read the graphic novel before the movie comes out because not only, and I said this shit before, not only is it like one of the greatest fucking graphic novels out there, it's some of the greatest literature, and it's also like one of the greatest detective stories you'll ever read. You know, like it's a really good story. So, you know, now that I know that Pattinson can fucking act, and they're putting him in the Long Halloween, and I kind of know the tone of it, you know, which is less grandiose than say Justice League. It's a very gritty, you know, based in reality story.
Yeah.
Man, oh, good night.
I I am starting to think, and I don't know this, that DC is going to do something really strange. And I think Sony is going to follow them. I think we are going to have, at the same time, running concurrently, a Pattinson Batman trilogy and an Affleck Batman trilogy.
I don't know, man. I don't know if Affleck's gonna be up for that shit.
They already announced he's coming back for the Flash movie.
Yeah, but that might just be like a couple scenes. That ain't no big
It
deal.
No, it might be, but it at least opens the door for him to come back.
I don't know. I mean, I know that DC's trying to do their multiverse thing with bringing Michael Keaton in and fucking, you know, all the different versions of the Batman.
Yeah,
But,
and I think
but
Sony's going to be following them with Spider-Man.
yeah, but see, here's the difference though. Sony and Marvel, like they've already dipped their toe in those waters with Into the Spider Verse, and they fucking pulled it off,
Dude, and
right?
okay, have we ever talked about Into the Spider-Verse? That movie is
No.
so fucking good.
Yes, it is. Yeah.
That
It,
movie is way better than it has any right being.
I know. It was pretty fun. It was pretty good. And I typically don't do animated movies, but you know, I got to do Spider-Man. And the
Like,
way they pulled, yeah, the way they pulled all the Spider Peep thing, you know, the different ones that they chose at first, when I was like, you know, when at first they first announced it, I was like, man, the Spider Pig, really? Do I really want to see a Spider-Man movie with Spider Ham in it? You
yes.
know, but as it turns out,
Yes, you did.
yes, I did. Absolutely, I did. I wanted to see the pig in the Spider-Man costume. So, but yeah, Marvel's ahead of the game on their multiverse. So, duh, you know,
Yeah.
DC better step it up a little bit, and they're
I,
already on thin ice with me.
I like that Michael Keaton is playing an integral role in both multiverses.
I know, right?
He's their Batman, and he
Vulture.
was the first major sign of the crossover with his Vulture popping up in both Spider-Man: Homecoming and the Morbius trailer.
Yeah, yeah. It's exciting times, man, to be a fucking geek. You
Very,
know, I
very exciting.
I
I mean,
remember you guys. I remember there was a. I learned to read reading comic books, and there was a comic book shop called Comics Castle. It's a few miles away from where I lived when I was like 6, and you know, it was a ritual, dude. Like every Wednesday or whenever we could make it, we would trek all the way to Comics Castle. And back then, they didn't use like the slick paper on comic books; they would use like newspaper type paper, and like when you came into a comic book store, the smell of all the comic books just fucking hit you like this wave. It was like a temple. You know what I'm saying? What could I spend my $5 on?
Mm-hmm.
This,
Yeah.
and you know, so it was like a big deal. Like all these things were like a big deal. Like Infinity War was, those were comics when I was a kid, and this, not the Long Halloween, but a lot of the shit that they're just now making movies about is stuff that I grew up, knowing these stories and everything. And huh? Go ahead.
No, I mean, I don't have that same history, obviously, but I never thought we would see Kang the Conqueror.
Oh no, yeah, nah. So like with my friends and stuff, when we were like 6 and 7, before the internet and video games were, sucking our brains dry, we would do this shit called go out and play. Right?
What?
Yeah, and we had this really, really, really cool virtual reality system called Imagination, and we would play pretend.
No.
Yeah,
Stop
it's just
playing with me.
nah, dude. It's this new technology. It's in between your ears, and it's called your mind. And we had
No,
that
that's
toy.
not real.
It's real. Kai, is it real?
It's real.
It's real.
Kai, you were supposed to play along.
Oh, well, no, it's not real.
It's not real then. But no, so we would play pretend, and we would all rush to, I'm Spider-Man, or I'm Doctor Strange, or I'm whatever superhero, right? And we would do crazy shit because I grew up in the as a street rat. We would take like construction work zone, refuse fencing, like metal fencing. It was just it was excess, you know. And we would drag it back to whoever's house and throw it up in the tree and make like a spider web out of it. And we would like have these imaginary superhero battles and shit and play storylines. You guys know what I'm talking about? Did you ever do that shit when you were a kid?
I
Yes.
did. I used to be the weirdest kid driving down the block with a Spider-Man mask on and sweater wrapped around my neck as a cape with my Nerf guns. That's the kind of kid I was growing up.
Oh, okay. Well, that's slightly imaginative and superhero-ish. But
What do you mean,
anywho,
dude? I thought I was shooting bad guys, dude. Pew,
well,
pew.
I mean, yeah, that's along the same lines. You know, same things, shooting laser beams out of your eyeballs. But I was always like Spider-Man or somebody. So, a couple times I was Wolverine, got an Oscar from the kids at the cul-de-sac. I don't know. Anyway, what I'm saying is, after all of us kids, the ruffians were done playing like the Peter Pan's Lost Boys, we would like sit there and go, would it be cool if they could make a superhero movie? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then a couple years later, we were like, would it be cool if they could make a superhero movie that doesn't suck? You know? And then a few more years later, you're like, fucking Batman, and then we're off to the races. So, like right now, for somebody like me who was born in just that perfect window, you know,
Yeah.
this is absolutely heaven for me. I love life right now.
Yeah, no, I completely get it.
Yeah, it's good stuff. We talked about this before. Storytelling is you know, it's the backbone of life because we're in a big story, right? Big dream, a big play, like Shakespeare often says. All the world's a stage, and all of us are merely players. I'm getting all philosophical and shit. Somebody save this.
Boobs.
Boobs.
Oops.
What you got, Kai? Bring it. What's on your mind? What's on
See,
your
what?
platter?
I'm good, man. I can't complain. Uh, really just been chilling in my own energy the last couple of days. But yeah, man, start back school and just like 6 weeks. So I can't wait for that 6 weeks to be up. You know what I'm saying? Get back to school, honestly, because I like school. It gave me something to do during the day. It don't make me as lazy, but since I was lazy for so long, I think it's about time to like start working out, maybe change my diet around a little bit, get back, get healthy. It's we're in Georgia and it's the wintertime. It's a perfect time to work out.
Yeah, because it's still like 75 to 80 on any given day. It'll be like
Yeah.
82 on Christmas Day. Watch.
God.
Yeah. Yeah, no doubt. Yeah, dude, we're on that celery juice, Dylan. You heard of this shit?
Oh yeah, it's good.
Yeah, I think you've mentioned it a couple of
Oh
times.
yeah, we hitting that hardcore. We're like on day 2.
How
We're
is
living
it?
like a champ. Oh, how you feeling, Kai?
Honestly, good. I was a little nervous about how I was told it might attack my stomach because it was definitely overplayed. But honestly, my stomach's been okay, and that was the only thing I was worried about. I feel good. Uh, Down to eating almost one time a day, which is good for me. Yeah, I might snack here or there, but I need to stop that. But no, it's good. I like it.
Yeah.
Hmm.
See, I mean, yeah, I went out and got a juicer at the behest of somebody encouraging me to try this out. So I was like, all right, I'll give it a shot. It's supposed to have all. There's a guy named the Medical Medium. He's a lot of people have heard of him, especially if they do this celery juicing thing. But anyway, he has a book out and other books out, and basically the concept is for a shitload of ailments, and you name it, and this will probably be addressed by the celery juice, but because of the certain type of crystallized salts that are in just celery juice, you don't mix anything with it. But basically, it's super duper uber good for you and helps you, come down with depression from anxiety and shit like that because it cleans out your guts and that's where your emotions are and all that good. But it's supposed to have all kind of antioxidant, benefits. It's supposed to help people with chronic fatigue syndrome, post-traumatic stress, general depression, people with certain infections, all kinds of cool shit. So it's like I figured after I looked at some of his videos and I'm kind of going through his book, I was like, well, I mean, it's celery. So what's the worst that could happen? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, that's sort of how I feel about most of these cure-all sort of nutritional things.
Yeah.
What's the harm, even if it doesn't work? Like, am I skeptical that foods can cure everything? Yes. Do I think there's any harm in trying it? No.
Yeah.
No, not in this case. I mean, and so it was like, all right, well, some people think this guy's a kook because he adds a little bit of spirituality to the information that he's given. Some of his information is a little bit redundant. I mean, the book could be condensed down to really a 12-page pamphlet, which is
Oh.
like, here's why celery juicing is good for you. Here's how you do it. And
Hold on. Let me attack us both for a moment.
okay,
You and I. We writers are long-winded,
yeah, sure.
and we could always shorten our stuff, but because we love the words we put on the page so much, we don't.
Yeah, but not this guy. This guy's just doing it to fill pulp in a book.
Fair,
You know
fair.
what I'm saying? I get what you're saying. Which, by the way, my novel is going along swimmingly, which we shall discuss.
Oh, good.
But,
My
but
novel is not going along swimmingly.
are you writing a novel?
I've been writing one for like 5 years.
That's your albatross. You got to get over your albatross, bro. You know what you got to do? Listen to me. You got an albatross. Have you ever heard that shit before?
Yes, I know what an albatross
Okay.
is.
Yeah. Look, put your magnum opus to the side for like 30 days.
Oh, dude, I haven't touched it in 6 months.
Well, still, get it out of your head. Put it on a back fucking burner and for 30 days write a completely random story. Don't edit it at all. Don't reread except for the last sentence from one writing session to the next and just put the fucking clay on the wheel on a completely different story, even if it's just a short story. Trust me on this shit. Put your albatross to the side and just write a short story.
All right.
That's advice from one pen to another.
Yeah, I'll have to give it a shot. Anything to get over writer's block.
Do it. Give it a shot, dude. Just you know, sit down. Well, duh, that was dumb. Right.
That wasn't quite as bad as Kai's.
But no, go through it. Just do a short story. Make it just. Your job is to go from the beginning sentence to the words at the end. Just do it. Just do it.
Do it.
Trust. Shit, we got off course. Celery. So,
Celery.
anywho, I figure, I looked at the guy's material, looked at his videos. My friend is encouraging me to do it. So it's like, oh well, what's the worst that could hurt? Celery juice and some warm lemon water. So that's what we do is we drink warm lemon water 20 minutes before on an empty stomach. Then you drink 16 ounces of juiced celery juice, no pulp. and then don't eat any fats or whatever for like an hour or so. And so anyway, I figured I guess the best way to ascertain whether or not there's any merit to it is to give it a shot myself and see if I feel better after however many days. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
And now,
Yeah.
Dan, you've been reading the book. What's it say? How many days does the guy say you should
oh,
start feeling any
well,
effects?
that guy says you should just do it for the rest of your fucking life. You know why not?
I
Because
mean,
like
yeah, why not?
there's one
It's
story in
always it's inexpensive, so
yeah, it's
yeah,
inexpensive as shit, and it's like one of the people in his book that he's telling the story, in the beginning, how he gives these seminars about it, and this one chick come up and she was like, she's an addict, like she's addicted to everything. She just has a quote unquote addictive personality. It doesn't matter what it is, drugs, booze, cigarettes, sugar, whatever. And so he tells her, drink some fucking celery juice. So she comes back like, I don't know, 30, 60, 90 days later, and she looks like a completely different person. She's all healthy and shit. And she's like, "Do you remember me?" And he said, "Yeah, you were the one with the addiction problem." She said, "Yeah, I started doing this celery stuff, and I haven't had a craving or a relapse or anything since I've been doing it. So I'm just going to drink this shit for the rest of my life." So that's in his book. Is it a true story? I don't know because he wrote it. So
I mean, what? Even if it's a true story, I'm always skeptical of people's claims. Even if it's a true story, placebos are a powerful thing.
yeah, sure. And I'm taking that into account too, right? So I
Yeah,
don't.
belief belief is reality for a lot of things.
But
If you believe that celery juice will help, then it may help.
yeah, it may help. I could say this. I looks like this is day two. I could say that my appetite has been completely suppressed. Like I forgot that I haven't really done, eaten anything, right? So that's good.
I
For it's, go ahead.
I always get freaked out on those days, like when I'm just not hungry.
Well, I mean, well, if you're easing into like a fast or something like that, it seems to me it would be very, very helpful, which is always good for you to fast for a few days, or whatever for spiritual or just physical purposes. I think it's a good idea. But hadn't done a extensive one in a while, so I might be due for one. But I could see
What's
how,
ex-
huh?
no, I was just asking, what's extensive for you? I mean, what's an extensive fast? Because I mean, your body don't even start really healing itself till after the 3 days, from what I heard. My mama told me. Mama
Right.
knows the best. I mean, what's the longest? I mean, what's the longest you ever fast for? Mine was 2 weeks, and it was rough 2 weeks.
Yeah.
2 full weeks now, 14 days, but
And that doesn't sound good.
no, I mean it was. I lost a lot of weight, and at the time I was wrestling, so it was good. But
You
yeah,
know,
like
all this talk
what's an
about
extensive fast for you?
For me,
Yeah.
I mean, years ago, in another life, my dad, who was a chain smoker, and this is when I was a Southern Baptist, like hardcore Southern Baptist, um, was not married, uh, and had recently, like I was a very, very, what's the word? I was a devout Christian. Still am, really. I'm just more evolved devout Christian, but you get the idea. You know what I mean? Don't listen to rock music. Don't do this. Don't do that. That kind of Christian. But my dad, who chain smoked, got some X-rays with some spots on his lungs, and it was like, duh. He's been smoking like 3.5, 4 packs a day for fucking 40, 50 years. No shit, we know what it is. You know what I mean? And I was engaged, and so my dad I chose as my best man. And so I was like, well, this isn't happening. So I did 40 days and 40 nights. I eased into a 40-day and 40 night fast. Um, huh.
Just water or nothing.
Well, the first few days, like when I eased into it, is this good radio? You really want to know this?
I mean, I don't know. I guess this
I
is the
mean,
first time I'm talking.
is
I'm
any
just going
is any of the
wicked done.
stuff that we do necessarily good radio?
I
People
guess
don't. I don't
you
know
might.
if people come for the content. They come for us,
Oh, you
if
might have
they
a point.
come at all.
Might have a point. No, I mean, the first few days, like I eased into it. I mean, which I would steam some boil steam eggs, whatever the fuck, some eggs, and like I would during the in the morning, I would like have 4 steamed eggs on the way to work. And then when I got home, it was typically for the first 2 or 3 days, soup that got thinner and thinner. So you'd start off with a chowder, and then you'd go to like a tomato soup, and then you go to a broth, and then after that, you're just on liquid, or I would be on liquid. And then like if I had a sharp hunger pain during those first 3 days, um, uh, I would take some peanut butter and just dip it in a little bit of milk, and just take a spoonful to kind of satiate the hunger pain for a second. And then, yeah, after that, it was just like water, and maybe a tea here or there. And nobody knew I was doing it except for my fiance. So, because the Bible says, keep the shit to yourself while you're doing it. Don't run around, making a big show of it. If you sincerely or and intensely like begging God or the Uberverse or whatever to move in your fucking favor, because your dad having lung cancer that is probably going to be terminal is just unfucking acceptable. It's an amazing thing what you can do and what disciplines you can summon up when it isn't about you and it's about somebody that you love. You can do the impossible, not to wax poetically, but it's true. And when you believe the things that I believed and still believe, just more complexly, um, you'll go to extremes to summon whatever divine power you can to come in and intervene on an unacceptable situation.
Hmm.
So, you know, so yeah, the most extensive one I ever did was 40 days and 40 nights, and lost a considerable amount of weight.
Yeah, I
Like,
bet.
whoa! I can show you pictures later, Kai. You'll be like, holy shit! Lost a considerable amount of weight, um, but felt really good. I mean, after 3 days, your stomach pain stop, the hunger pain stop. You get a little bit of mild headaches, but it's fine if you drink cold water. You'll be all right. Um, but other than that, I mean, after like 3 days, you don't even think about it. You don't get hunger pains, and you don't think about it. You just click another day off the calendar for however long you dedicated your fast, or until God moves one. With however serious you are about the situation. All I know is that the next when he went back for his next X-rays, his lungs were completely clean. They were completely clear. So say what you will, don't
Yeah,
know.
that's cool. It's cool.
So anywho, if you're, I mean, I'm not giving advice or anything, but if somebody were to need to do an intense fast like that, I would say like the celery juice is certainly something to start off with, or to drink throughout. Um, yeah, the book's pretty good. I encourage people to look at anything that helps. Shit, can't hurt. Celery. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I've definitely felt the change in my metabolism too. Cause I eat all day. I mean, I tell you guys all the time I eat all day, but since I've been doing the celery juice, I haven't been as hungry as normal. You know,
Yeah. Yeah,
and
and I haven't.
I've had good energy throughout the whole day. Normally, when I don't eat, the reason why I eat sometimes more than I should is because I feel like it helps give me energy through the day. But with that celery juice, you don't need that. It gives you good energy, and it also, could replace 2 meals. And the instant for the last 2 days is done for me.
I'll tell
You
you
know.
another thing too. I'm more calm and relaxed. Have you noticed that? Like I'm way more chill the past couple days.
Yeah.
Mm,
What does that mean, man?
mm.
What's
Doubt.
that?
Dude,
Doubt.
no, it wasn't. It's not doubt. I just like I
No,
said,
I'm not
we
saying
live our
you're
lives,
doubting.
huh?
I'm not saying you're doubting. I have my doubts
Have
Oh, I
doubts
mean,
about
no, I
what?
mean,
What?
that
Get
you're
lost.
chill.
I have been way more relaxed. I mean, I don't know if you could tell or not, Kai. I mean, you've seen me since I got back from Buford. I've been more fucking just zen. I'm a real good
Yeah,
zen player.
yeah. Okay, I'll give you that. Since you've been back, you have been more chill. Yeah, okay, I
Way
can give
more.
you that.
Yeah.
I know you just have a way of like overcomplicating things, and it's like sometimes it's like I don't get it. We're two different people, so it makes sense. I mean, no, seriously, like, and the way you overcomplicate things, it's like, oh, dude, I'm glad I'm not you. I'm glad I'm not you anyway, but I'm glad I don't think like that because my go with the flow of the just to go with the flow is it's good, and like I'm always chill. But I
Okay.
guess with the hemi with your brain the way it works or whatever you want to call it, um, it's just like okay,
Kai,
yeah,
Kai,
yeah.
what was I didn't understand most of that. I don't know why.
Yeah, I knew we'd get him high one day just by fucking association.
I'm not.
All
I'm
right.
I'm
Where
tired.
where did he lose you, sport?
I'm just tired. I just kind of got lost. Um, I, I find the thoughts eventually. They come back.
They come back.
They always
So
do. I'm just tired. I don't know why.
we need to wrap up then, don't we? Give it a
We've
minute.
got a bit longer.
Okay. Yeah, that reminds me though. I don't know, dude. Okay, Kai. Just briefly, say something that I overcomplicated recently that that's discreet. Don't give out any fucking personal information about me. Clearly, what do I overcomplicate? Like grocery shopping?
Now that you put him on the spot, he's not going to be able to come up with any.
Right.
Well, no, I mean, I just kind of don't feel like saying anything at all right now. I feel like I'm getting everybody lost. I'm just chill.
No, you're not getting
No,
anyone lost.
you just got Dylan lost, and he's back.
I'm exhausted, so you getting me lost is not surprising right now. I
But
could
I
get
know.
lost in a circle.
Yeah, no. Just okay. For example, today, or
Okay.
no, yesterday, when we
Oh.
started the celery juice, y- you overcomplicated that process so much. And I don't know if you were being funny. I think part of you was being funny, but you overcomplicated, like figured out how to work the juicer way too much. I was like, dude, I'm pretty sure one person can do that. Yeah.
Okay. Can I unfold that a little bit for you, Dylan?
Please, because I feel like I'm missing so much context.
Okay, okay, let me unfold it for you. So, I go and buy this juicer because I'm going to do this celery juice thing, right? And it's
Got
not
it.
quite a blender. It's a little bit more complicated. It's got other parts that are detachable. I've never used a juicer before, but just it looks simple enough to me. This part goes here. This part goes here. Whatever it is that you're juicing, be it celery or
Whoa,
pineapple.
you lost me. This part goes here. This part goes here.
Yeah, I mean, like it's an appliance
I'm
that comes in
kidding.
multiple parts.
I'm kidding.
Okay, well, all right then. So, anywho, so it's like, all right, just by looking at the machine, I got a general idea. You shove the fruits or vegetables or whatever in this hole, plunge it, and then make sure you got a glass or whatever when you hit the juicing button so the juice can squirt into the fucking glass, right? So it's just simple enough. I mean, you just shove the shit in, grind it up, the juice comes out, you catch the juice, yeah. So I'm getting Kai hyped up for this celery juice thing we're doing, right? All right, man, you ready to do this? We got to go in here. We got to wash the celery, man. We got to, and so we get the sink going, and we got a little bit of dishwater in one part of the sink, and some fucking white vinegar in a spray bottle. So we're like washing the celery and scrubbing the celery, and then fucking, got some. I don't know what was we were listening to. It was probably some good music, cause duh. But and we were chopping up the fucking celery and getting all that shit ready. And I'm making a big deal about this motherfucker. I'm like, all right, dude. And now we're about to play football with this fucking juicer. I got Kai. I'm like, here, grab this glass, man. Hold this glass, man. You got to catch it, man. And then I got the fucking bowl of celery, and then I turn this bitch on. I'm all intense about it and shit. I'm like, look at the juice, Kai, catch the juice, Kai. So I put the fucking celery in the chute, and then I push it down, and then I hit the button. Now it's intense. The adrenaline's pumping. We're about to juice some celery, and Kai's ready. He's got his fucking back leg haunched into the ground. He's got his leg forward. He's ready to catch this juice. I'm shoving in celery. I'm plunging and I'm plunging. I'm hitting the juice button, and it's like squirting out, and then like some celery pieces are flying out of the bowl into the floor, and I'm like darting down like a kung fu artist to get the celery, wash it off in time before the 5-second rule, so we could still use that little piece of celery because it'll save me a penny or two. Is basically what I'm saying.
He's doing it again. You get it? He's doing it again. Overcomplicating.
Okay, so. Here's my conclusion. Here's my takeaway.
Yes.
You guys sound like a ton of fun to hang out with for a couple of days, but utterly exhausting to live with.
I don't know. So to tie that story up, like I come back from the epic save of the little celery stalk that jumped off my counter. And then Kai's looking at me with this fucking look on his face like I'm the biggest fucking buffoon he's ever seen. And he's looking at me and he's already calculating in his head. I think that you could just do this with 2 hands. This juicing thing. And he looks at me and I'm like, shit, he figured it out. So Kai goes, hey man, I'm pretty sure one person could do this shit. And I just fucking hit the deck laughing so hard. Oh God.
And scene.
And scene.
See, this is where people start snapping their fingers like we're at one of those poetry slams.
Yeah. You want to hear another one? This one happened like yesterday, I think.
Go for it. What do you got?
It actually might have been this morning. I don't know. It's been a long day.
Yes,
Kai and I had to get up pretty early because he had this gig he had to get to. So I've got this on the bridge of this Enterprise, okay, which is where we operate from mainly. Kind of looks like the bridge of the Enterprise, doesn't it, Kai?
Kai wasn't paying attention.
Yeah, no, I was. Yeah, sure enough.
Yeah, what? Did you just say? What did you say? Shirt off or shirt enough?
Sure enough.
All right. Anyway.
Shirt off.
Oh, geez. So anyway, on the bridge of the Enterprise, it's kind of set up like the fucking bridge of the Enterprise, right? We even have like blueprints for the fucking ship on the wall, don't we, Kai?
Oh, yeah, we do. We even have our own emblem that says USS Enterprise.
Yeah, really... we have a starship plaque on the bridge. Yeah. So, anywho, we're fucking geeks, but that's basically where we work and do all this cool shit from. So it's got a Bluetooth sound system and shit, but sometimes we all know when you're booting up your computer, one device has to boot up, another device has to boot up, and then they got to sync, and then there's sometimes weird shit happens. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So both he and I, we're getting ready. We still got sleep in our face. We're, trudging along, putting our shoes and shit on, trying to get out of the fucking door. And I'm wiggling around with some shit on the, the mouse on the computer, just, checking the matrix, seeing what the fuck's going on in this simulation. And all of a sudden, we're still half asleep. The fucking Bluetooth sound system powers up with this weird, almost techno beat. And me and Kai look over at each other like, what the fuck ghost is in this house just randomly turning shit? Right? And then
yes,
as this music starts continuing, we're like craning our heads and our necks, like, see, I don't know what the fuck we were trying to ascertain. Like, what the fuck's going on that made this fucking Bluetooth thing just randomly turn on and this song start playing when I couldn't find any tabs where that whatever it was would have been on. And then so we're looking at each other like, okay, should we cast any protective spells right now? Or Kai, where's your stick? We're getting ready to do some metaphysical whoop acts.
Get the stick.
Fucking stick.
I got my stick.
And the tarot cards, just in case.
I'm gonna read your future, Ghost.
Yeah, ghost.
You, you've activated my trap card.
Oh, jeez. Tap 2 mana. Oh, fuck. Oh, it's the Ace of Swords. That means that you're either going to meet somebody today or you won't. But somebody will be around that you're not going to see or you're going to see. And that's how you know that this is telling you exactly whatever it is that you want to know in your
Yeah,
subconscious level, and you're just putting it into the card anyway. So why are you even fucking around? You're just trying to have something to blame on your poor decisions or shitty decisions or your decisions that affect other people in a negative way because you're trying to sidestep karma. And I got news for you. You're not
yeah,
going to step karma because you can't get away from the fucking karma police.
yeah. The cards basically tell you you are going to have a good day, or you're
You're
going to
not.
have a bad day.
Or a bad day. How did we get on fucking cards?
You were talking about fighting ghosts with tarot cards
Oh, yeah. Okay. Anyway, so
and
rewind,
sticks.
go back to the scene. The scene is this music starts playing. Me and Kai are a little perplexed, and we're like, ah, what the fuck? And then, like, after a second of some weird exchanges, glances and shit, while we're looking around for specters or ghosts or whatever is breaking through the multiverse since they turned on the fucking Large Hadron Collider at fucking CERN with their.
Oh, you're watching Steins Gate.
What?
Oh, you're
No,
not.
I'm
Okay.
reading. Yeah, sure I am, Dylan. I mean,
Because
yeah, and the
because
headline.
yeah, no, because the main plot of Steins Gate is around CERN and mini black holes.
Really?
Oh, yeah, well, howdy doody. I don't have to watch fucking Steingate. I'm living it. Uh,
I was really happy for a second.
oh, we'll get to it.
No, we won't.
We will. Anywho, so after about a minute, so picture me at my desk, which is very, looks like the Enterprise thing. Kai's in his computer chair. We're putting our shoes on. We're looking at each other. This music's playing. This fucking Bluetooth sound system just came on for no fucking reason. And then after, a few like, all right, what do we do? Do we go to, spiritual wizard mode or whatever the fuck? We need some sage. Do we need some fucking, what do we need? And then all of a sudden the beat drops. And me and Kai start fucking doing the best head nod to the Roxbury, Night of the Roxbury type head nod to this beat. And then after a second, we caught like what the fuck had just happened, and both died fucking laughing. It was hilarious. I said that was such a wonderful little TikTok video for the gods for sure.
Yeah, I
Couldn't have made
agree.
it up.
Yeah, that's something.
Yeah, I think me and Kai are comic books in somebody else's reality. I think we're comic book characters.
I can see it.
You're certainly characters.
Right. Well, now you're in our comic book, God, Dylan. So you're a character too. We're characters in somebody's fucking, head.
Well, I have never denied being a character.
Well,
I am a character.
I'm a character.
Yeah, you are.
I think I've told you this before, Dylan. What I used to do, um, years ago. I might re-implement it. I think I will. I think I really need to because I think it set healthy boundaries with me and humans. Um,
Setting good boundaries with humans is always a good thing.
right. So whenever I would interact with people, um, and there were just awkward thoughts in my head or little bits of dialogue that just popped up in my head while I'm interacting with them that are funny and should be written, but it's almost like a compulsion. I used to look off to the left to an imaginary studio audience and say
Nice.
what the fuck it was I was thinking, no matter how odd it was or off the wall, and then disengage from the camera or the studio audience and re-engage with the person as if I never fucking said it.
You are a
That's when
stray.
you got admitted. That's when you got admitted.
You know what I mean? No. So it set healthy boundaries because when you would when you would re-look them in the eyes, Jesus, that's bad, Daniel. When you would look them in the eyes again, they would be like, "What did you just say? Who who are you talking to?" And then you do like a total Monty Python, like, "I'm sorry, what?" you know, you know, it was fun. I had fun with it. I don't know. We shot our load. Dylan, are you there? Oh, we lost Dylan. So sad whenever baby Jesus raptures one of his own.
Lord.
So
Gonna
my,
miss the little tyke.
my mic did it again.
My Mike did it again. I'm sure that's a Britney Spears song, right? Something.
If it's not, it will be.
I did 13 questions.
Oh yeah, you did. I haven't gotten a chance to listen to it yet.
You
How was
fucking
it?
loser.
Yes, I am a loser, thank you.
You fucking loser. Dude, come on, man. You got to listen to 13 questions.
It's in my queue. I was not home today.
Mm-hmm. Whatever. You better put it in your queue because you're going to be a guest on that show.
I know. I'm
Yeah.
very excited.
It was fucking fun, dude. I loved it. And when Bill Strutner invited me on that show months ago, I was so fucking excited because, dude, did either of you watch Inside the Actors Studio with Bruce Lipton?
No.
Oh, Dylan, do yourself a favor, man. You got to pull up some of those old shows. They're really good. I love those shows. They would basically, Lipton would bring on a celebrity of a certain stature, say Morgan Freeman, Edward Norton, that caliber actors, and actresses. Not like I don't know, pick a, pick,
Yeah, not
you know what I mean.
not yeah, not Jai Courtney.
Right, thespians, like real thespians. He would bring them on, and then they would go through, like he would have this stack of blue cards with information where they've had like investigators go through these celebrities' lives and compile these really great questions. And the celebrity, the actors or actresses, not celebrities, I shouldn't say that, would answer the questions, and you'd learn a lot about the actor behind all these roles that you know so well, right? Well, at the end of every Inside the Actor Studio, they would move the chairs into the audience. I don't know why they did this. I guess because it made it more personable. But Bruce Lipton had, I forget how many questions it was. It was like 7. It's an old famous questionnaire that goes way back when. And some of the questions are, what sound or noise do you love? What sound or noise do you hate? If God exists, what do you want to hear him say when you reach the pearly gates? What's your favorite curse
Sorry.
word? What?
No, sorry.
Sorry,
What?
what?
That's
What?
that's what I want to hear.
God say, sorry, sorry,
Yeah,
dude,
my bad.
my bad. Pat, nigga, pat.
Yes, pat. Something.
Right.
A celestial pat.
so,
That sounds pretty nice.
so,
Yeah.
what's the name of the show you're talking about again? What's the name
13
of it?
questions.
13
No, no, no,
questions
no, no. What was the name of the
Oh,
other
the
show?
Actors Studio.
inside
Yeah.
the.
So have either one of you guys checked out this series on Facebook called First We Feast?
No.
No.
Oh, dude, these are probably some of the best interviews ever done today, like in this day and age. No, seriously, they're really good. So it's 7 or 8 questions. It's really similar to that show, but the questions are way more personabler, personable.
Personal.
Anyway,
You sound it
pers-
out. Sound it out.
yeah. Well, they're
Come
more
on, Kai.
personal
We
questions,
believe in you.
and as the questions go on, a little bit more harder they get. But as the questions go on, they're eating chicken wings, and as the questions after they ask a question, the sauce gets hotter and hotter and hotter,
Oh.
and but I mean, it has people from fucking really great actors today, like just really good ones. Like you
That
should check it
actually
out in your
that
yeah.
actually sounds kind of neat.
Yeah, it is because the hot things, gives you a different, you get more intimate. I guess is what they figured. At least that's what I figured. But anyway, that's all I had to say. Anyway,
Who in the who in the hell thought that up?
Somebody who was really hungry.
Somebody who, yeah, I don't know. That sounds fucked up to me, but whatever. Anywho, now, so at the end of every fucking Inside the Actor Studio, there was a questionnaire, and I remember you used to watch that shit, going, man, one day I want to do that. I want to be asked a series of questions. that are intimate. Like, intimate's a fucked up word. Well, no, they were intimate and personal questions, like to be, because I've been on a lot of shows, but nobody's really interviewed me. You know what I mean? And Dylan, you know what I mean.
I do know what you mean. Yes.
Nobody's ever interviewed you. The closest
No.
anybody's ever come to interviewing you is probably me and Kai.
Maybe Chuck.
Maybe. But you know what I mean. So it was like when he asked me to go on the show, I was like, oh, this is fucking awesome. So he sent me a list of the questions because it's the same 13 questions for every guest. And then, like, I think 7 bonus questions if you're willing. Um, so I was all giddy about it anyway. And I was like, well, I don't want to look at the questions because I want to just, like, when he asks them, I just want to be able to say what's on, the first thing that comes to my mind, right? Because that would be the most authentic, right?
Yeah. See, I'm glad you sent them to me ahead of time because I am terrified of a cop-out answer. Like, I don't really have one for that.
Yeah.
Because off
But
the top of my head, I probably wouldn't have an answer for some of those.
yeah, I mean, and my style of oh God, what is the word I'm looking for?
Orating.
Yes, is
Orating.
different. My style of orating, talking good, is different than yours anyway. You know what I mean?
Yes, we have very different
Yeah.
orational skills.
Yeah. So when they sent me the questions, I did skim them, but like I didn't sit there and like comb over every one. I was like, I just kind of went boop 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 boop. Okay, well, I'll know when he actually asked me the questions. I kind of already know, the by uh, first thought which which answers are going to open up and which ones aren't and whatever. But no, they did a really good job too. I mean, it was pretty cool. They were laid back, and I was so at the beginning of it, I was like, man, I got to hurry and get my points out because I'm always used to running up against the clock. You know what I mean, Dylan? Whenever
Oh
you're
yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
like I gotta get my point out, and then afterwards you're like, I didn't get enough of it out, you know. So I
Oh,
might sound like a douche right there. But so it took me a second to like
see, I'm worried that the more people hear me talk, the more they'll think I'm a douche.
well, you know me, I'm long-winded, so sometimes for me to make my point, or to fully express what I'm trying to say, it's going to take a lot more story and imagery and words, which sucks to
Yes.
be in this age and be the way that I am. But because everybody wants it in less than 10 seconds, less than a paragraph if you can. Sad, but anyway, I don't want to get depressed about it. Whatever.
Um, I only got a couple minutes left, unfortunately.
Yeah.
This was a weird super show ever.
Yeah, it was a little bit, yeah, it was like a deflation thing. I
Let's
don't
give
know.
the all right. We got to give this an episode number.
Oh, shit. Yeah.
Uh,
Whose
because
turn is it?
this started as popcorn politics.
This is oh man. Yeah, we should come up with something really witty for this.
Last episode was episode 1672. Before that was negative 320.
Okay, so hang on just a second. We're going to call this the Superist Show Ever, semicolon, popcorn politics aborted in the womb,
No, no,
comma.
no. Shorten it. PP aborted in the womb.
What the fuck? PP aborted in the room. We'll figure something out. And it's going to be episode number, Kai?
106.
Point four.
Point four. Actually, can we do 106.3 because that's a rock station local?
See, that's
Can
fine.
we?
106.4 is a rock station local here.
Oh, well, how about we do 106.3,
106.4.3.
106.3 and a half. Meet
Okay,
you in the middle.
I'll meet you in the middle.
Kai,
Sound good to me, dude.
got to be unanimous. All right.
All
Thank you
right.
for this. Has been the superest show ever, episode 106.3 and
And
a
a half.
half. In this podcast, we discuss. What did we discuss, gentle sir?
Sticks, Ghosts, Jared Leto, um,
And Batman.
Batman, and many more unpredictable things that will fly by. Celery juice,
Yeah, we did celery juice. We talked about celery juice.
fasting.
Fasting. Yeah.
I ate a cookie.
Did you?
Oh, yeah, the cookie?
Yes.
What kind of
What kind
cookie?
of cookie?
Um, it was an M&M cookie.
Oh,
Man.
I got an oatmeal raisin cookie.
Ooh. Take
Yeah.
out the raisin, and that sounds fantastic.
You don't like raisins?
I'm weird. I don't.
I'm with
A
you, dude.
straight oatmeal cookie, heavenly.
Yeah, raisins can kick rock.
Yeah, agreed.
Yeah, agreed.
Um, also, a preview for the next podcast, Daniel and I will probably be talking about Star Trek Discovery Season Three's premiere.
Whoa, 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 buddy! Did you see it?
I have not yet.
No, buddy. Well,
Was it
episode
it
2.
good?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, it was really good.
It was really funny. I'm actually probably gonna rewatch it again tonight.
Okay, I will watch it tomorrow. And do you want to record tomorrow night?
Let's see. What is today? Any
Today is Wednesday.
Thursday?
To-
Probably yeah. That might be good because at 3 a.m. tonight, I think episode 2 drops.
Ooh.
Yeah.
All right. I will watch 2 episodes then.
Yeah, dude. They're saying some cool shit already. They're saying some cool shit. Well, I don't want to get too much into it.
Yeah.
I better not.
Yeah, no, just wait.
Daniel.
Just finish.
I'm gonna hang up now.
No. All right, so let's wrap it up. Final thoughts. What was this shit, Kai?
It was just deflation.
It was what it was. It be how it be. This was the super show ever, episode 106.3 and a half.
Almost had it. You
Almost had it.
Yeah, before we go, one last thing.
Another last thing?
Yeah, we got to do that.
This has more endings than Lord of the Rings: Return of the King.
I know. we're trying to make history here.
All right, what's your last note?
We're just like a few episodes, so I think we're gonna wrap up this year before we go on break with the No Time to Die review. So I think that's
really, because No Time to Die doesn't come out until April of next year.
What?
Yeah, they delayed it like 3 weeks ago.
Are you serious?
Yeah, they couldn't put it out in theaters because Regal said they're shutting down.
Man, how come I didn't know about this?
I don't know, dude. Yeah, they
supposed
put
to keep
out
me up to date on this shit.
they
Dylan.
put out their little music video, the Billie Eilish music video, and then
Yeah.
the next day they announced that it was getting delayed.
All right, you know what? Okay.
What?
I want both of you to listen to me right now.
Okay.
Tell
Yeah,
you
close.
something. Now, I want to know who in the Sam hell has made the decision to bump this fucking movie, not once, but twice down the road. Now, I have been looking forward to seeing this movie for quite some time. I was a little happy that they delayed it for November because it's typically a Thanksgiving type movie. You know, turkey, cornbread, potato salad, James Bond shooting motherfuckers with a Walther. Check. It's all good.
Check.
But now I hear tell from Mr. Wade that I have to wait until April to
April.
procure a seat to see the final 007 film by Sir Daniel Craig. And I want to know who's responsible.
Warner Brothers.
Was that a little too much? It was a little too much, right?
Nah, it was fine. It was the appropriate reaction. It's the reaction I'm going to have when they inevitably delay Dune.
I don't care about all that, but I am now becoming not amenable Daniel, not snarky Daniel, not cuddly Daniel,
But
not
irritable
witty Daniel, but I'm becoming very, very agitated Daniel. And I swear to sweet baby Jesus in a crib.
Why in a crib? Why? Why not on a floor or in a bed? Why a crib?
Why would you put baby Jesus on the floor, Dylan Wade? Are you not living right in the sight of the Lord?
Maybe he likes the floor. Have you ever asked?
Blasphemy! Baby Jesus don't talk.
Why not? He's Jesus.
He's baby Jesus, and baby Jesus ain't grown-up superhero Jesus.
So are you telling me that Jesus isn't all powerful?
I'm saying he is, but he's in his baby Jesus form, he doesn't want to give people the overall and general willies by doing some mystical magical stuff. Now
Well,
that is just ridiculous.
if I ask him a question that is implied consent to speak.
You win that one, dude. You broke me. You got it. Dylan has won the first annual Break Another Motherfucker's Character marathon ever.
You're goddamn right.